get set, where them hands, where them holes, where them throws, you know what I'm saying?
And while they were here, they always wore masks.
And those of us who are in the martial arts should model our sparring after boxing. Then it would stand to reason that any concerns that they have in boxing, we should address ourselves too, especially those of us who know that we're not trying to become professional fighters. A lot of people criticize what they think of as traditional martial arts or other combat sports that are not boxing by saying that you don't spar realistically, you don't spar with enough contact, and some of you don't even make contact when you're sparring. So how do you think that your sparring is going to translate over to the real world? Some of you don't even spar at all. So how do you think you're even learning how to protect yourself? You should be like boxing. Now, I've taken boxing lessons, and I did an amateur boxing match when I was a reservist. And I've had other exposure to boxing. Yes, I have. I don't consider myself to be a boxing coach. I tell my students you're getting exposure to boxing and I'm not ranking you in boxing. But I'm going to change that though. I'm going to find a way to get some kind of training in boxing theory and terminology and training others, sports science, even if it's just an online boxing certificate, because I want to go further in that area. And I think when I actually retire from working in the workforce full time, I'm going to take boxing lessons. Well, I should say I'm going to take more boxing lessons. But check this out. I'm going to read this. Do you have to get hit in boxing, or can you box without that? The answer, you can box with no body contact. You will hit things, but you don't have to be hit. You can do all the fitness training that goes with boxing, even hitting the heavy bag, speed bag, and mitts without ever getting punched in the face or body at all. For people who have concerns about safety, there you go. Non-contact boxing is going to be the safest path for you. So much for saying you need to be like boxing and have contact. When I did my amateur match, we didn't spar all the time. We barely sparred. We went over fundamentals. He took some of us that had some kind of prior training, and he knocked us around.